right, today we are going to be looking at the Summer Breeze Shawl, and we're going to be looking at how to do this stitch. And I've added some tassels on the ends. I do have a tassel tutorial video if you want to see how to do some easy tassels with just a piece of paper, no special tools required. And we're going to see how to get this lovely stitch that works up really great with highly variegated yarn, and you have all those colors sort of dancing across each other, and it's a lot of fun. I'm going to be using this yarn. I've already done the setup rows and the first body repeat, and so now I'm going to show you how we do the stitch. These are the stitch markers that come with the kit from my website. They're just simple, dainty little markers. I love using markers that are like jewelry. So maybe you do too, and these are exclusive to the kit, and so yeah, check that out. So what we're going to do is I've done a yarn over here. We're going to slip, knit 2 stitches, and then pass the slipped stitch over the 2 knit stitches. And you want to make sure that you're picking up the stitch that you slipped and not your yarn over. So how do you tell, right? Like, how do you know that you're picking up the correct stitch? So the slip stitch is going to be what I call standing up and not leaning. The yarn over is leaning, and the slip stitch is sort of standing straight up. And that's the one you're going to want to grab and slip over. And show you again. The slip stitch is standing and the yarn over is leaning, and we want to get the slipped stitch, and you're going to take your stitches all the way almost down to the end of your needle to get that over, and you can see how it starts to get the colors crossed over one another. And that's the funnest part, is to see which color crosses over and see how they play on one another. You know, there's always those beautiful skeins of highly variegated yarn that you buy and you're like, I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I'm going to save it for something. This is a perfect pattern for that. You know, where you just love the colors and you want to see them dance in front of you, and so this is a great pattern for that. For yarn, I do have, this is the original color, Diana, in Malabrigo sock, and it's so fun and beautiful, and it does so well with this stitch. I do have kits of that. Any you know, yarn that's really fun, bright, you know, summery, it's got a lot going on, yarns like that. I do have this one Carnival colorway that's tons of fun because it's highly variegated and it's got speckles going on as well, so that would be a lot of fun. And I've got this one, which is like reds and black, and it's got some muted tones there. And this one I think is really pretty. It's got purples and blues, and that's going to be fun to see them go across each other. I also think that this would look really pretty though in neutral tones, sort of tonal colors. I think it would work really well even in a natural or like a softer muted tones, or like this one is sort of tonal, it would still give a lot of depth. This stitch would look absolutely beautiful, even in a tonal yarn like that. So really, you know, you can make one that's fun and bright. You can make one that is soft and subtle. And I think whatever you choose is going to look amazing. And this scarf, look at the back also. It looks like kind of like bubbles on the back. That's what one of my daughters commented. They're like, oh, it looks like bubbles in the back. And I thought, oh, that's so cute. That's a good description of that. So, you know, you could really wear it either way, whatever you like. It's one skein, so it's a lot of options. You can, the Malabrigo is 440 yards, and I did do the tassels with it as well. So you definitely want to have at least 440 yards of yarn. And the kit will come with one skein of yarn, the stitch markers that you see here, these dainty little ones, and a little drawstring bag. And yeah, I mean, I hope you guys have fun with it. I hope that you tag me on social media and show me what yarn you choose to make the Summer Breeze shawl. You are definitely going to want to wet block this shawl. While you're knitting it, it's going to look small. When you're done, you're going to think this is not going to fit. But when you wet block it and you soak it and let it dry, it is just going to open up beautifully for you. The stitches are just going to bloom and expand, and it is going to look awesome. You can get a kit at industrialwhimsy.net, and you can download the digital pattern there as well.